This is SBS News in easy English. Former South African President Frederik Willem de Klerk has died aged 85. Mr de Klerk was the last white leader of an apartheid-era South Africa, ruling a white minority government from 1989 until 1994, when Nelson Mandela became president. It was Mr de Klerk who made the announcement that Mr Mandela would be released from prison after 27 years in custody. He was diagnosed with cancer in March of this year. A state funeral is being held for Australian media personality Bert Newton in Victoria. The Logie Award winner died at the age of 83 after complications with a leg amputation earlier this year. Before his death, he was largely considered one of the last living connections to Australia's golden era of television. The service is being held at the St Patrick's Cathedral in Melbourne. The New South Wales opposition is accusing the state government of secretly planning to put a two-way toll on the Sydney Harbour Bridge. A line buried within transport documents for the Northern Beaches link reads the Transport Department assumes that tolls would apply to all north and southbound trips on all harbour crossings in the future, including two-way tolling on the Western Harbour Tunnel and Beaches Link Tunnel. State Labor leader Chris Minns says New South Wales is already the most tolled city in the world, and Planning Minister Rob Stokes says a final decision will be made next year. US President Joe Biden's National Security Advisor won't reveal the country's stance on Australia's handling of the AUKUS submarine deal. It comes as French President Emmanuel Macron accused Prime Minister Scott Morrison of lying to him in abandoning a $90 million deal with the country's naval group. When asked if the United States is comfortable with how Australia dealt with the issue, top aide Jake Sullivan told a Lowy Institute webinar there is no gain in revisiting the past.
Where I sit today, the good news lies ahead. And we are going to redeem the vision our leaders laid out, and it's going to be an incredibly positive thing for our countries.
And the Kremlin says Russia has nothing to do with the migrant crisis on the Belarus-Poland border, labelling media suggestions that state airline Aeroflot may be targeted with retaliatory sanctions as crazy. The airline has denied any involvement in organising mass transportation of migrants to Belarus. This is SBS News in easy English. Thanks for joining us. I am Stephanie Corsetti.